The season's end is approaching, and if you're not in the market for a new bass boat, come check out our pre-owned inventory and see if there's any great deals for you. Angler's Choice Marine has the largest inventory of used bass boats in the country, with unbeatable prices and flexible financing to get you on the water fast. All Angler's Choice pre-owned boats have passed a 40-point inspection and are backed by a dealer 30-day warranty. Shop now at anglerschoicemarine.com and get ready for that next big catch.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Berkley's new soft plastic glide bait, the Chopblock. So the Chopblock comes in 3 different sizes. You have a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and then the big boy, you have a 10-inch. So obviously all 3 of these are soft plastic glide baits. This is like the upgrade from the Nessie, in my opinion. All of these come in like 8 to 10 different colors. So no matter what you're looking for, a bluegill presentation, a crappie presentation, or a shad presentation, they've got you covered there. But today we're gonna tie on each of these baits, the 6, 8, and 10, and we are gonna get after it. Hopefully catch a couple, and we're gonna check out the glide, sink rate, talk about the bait a little bit. Now, just a little disclaimer, I did try to film this video yesterday, and I went to Lake Anna, not the best glide bait lake I could have chosen, but I had 7 bites on the thing, and I only hooked 1. Oh! I saw that one come up and eat it. Got him! Oh no! He popped off! God! We're gonna dive into the hook harness setup a little bit, and I'll decide today if the hook harness might need some work or if the fish were just being super finicky and hitting the bait with their mouths closed yesterday. But let's rig these things up and let's get into it. Alright, so I'm gonna rig the 8-inch up on a 7.9 medium heavy outlier. This is a Shimano swim bait rod. Got that paired up with the new Tranx 300 and 20-pound Seaguar InvisX. This rod is phenomenal. It's a 2-piece, comes apart at the handle. Love the action for it for like medium sized glides. And when I was throwing this Chopblock yesterday, did very, very well. So I'm gonna cut this, I think this is the shad color. Taking that off, and I'm gonna put the bone on. They call this raw. It's just a straight up white glide bait. 8-inch. This is probably the most similar in size to the typical glide bait that I throw. I'll leave this natural shad color on for the 6-inch. I'm throwing this on a 7.7 heavy X-Pride. Honestly, you could get away with throwing this little glide on a much smaller setup. You don't need like anything crazy. This rod is just perfect. Last but not least, we're gonna tie that 10-inch on my biggest swimbait rod. This is a Corrado swimbait rod. It also comes apart at the handle. This is a 711 extra heavy. I use this for all my glides over 10 inches and just heavier swim baits in general. All right, we're good. Let's get to it. It was raining all morning, and then the rain cleared up. Wind came in. A little post front action. Water's a little dingy. It's actually looking pretty good. That's why I switched over to these bone or raw. I just saw one pop off of this piece of cover here, chasing the glide. Still on it. Oh my God, come on. All over it. 3 of them actually. It's a good sign when first casts get some good action like that. So I want to talk about this hook harness system. Like, it looks really good. You have a big beefy treble hook up front. You've got a swivel with 2 split rings, and that's taking it down to this little hook clip that they have on the belly there, which is really tight. So the third part of that treble hook slides up into the belly, and then you just snap it in like that. I mean, that is a really solid setup with this crazy looking Berkley stinger hook, and it looks like a frog hook, honestly, but it's got that bend in it about a third of the way down the shank of the hook, and they built this hook holder on the tail section of the Chopblock, so that bend just slides up in there, and then there's a super strong magnet which holds the hook, and it's pretty strong. It's nice. Got a water temp of 61.75. It's getting right. There's a ton of bait in here, pushed up against this grass too. It looks really good. I'm gonna do a mixture of kind of blind casting and fishing cover and shoreline stuff, and trying to scope them as well. Oh my god, I just had one. I thought I was hitting the tree, and then I looked over at the scope. I thought I was stuck in the tree, and one popped off the tree and actually had the bait in his mouth. Did it so fast I didn't even see him. Alright, that's 8 bites that I've had on this bait, and I've had 1 hookup. You know what? Let's throw the big one. 10-inch. Bite it. Oh my god! Right at the freaking boat. It's like a 5-6 pounder. Missed him again. Ah, man. I don't think I'm gonna keep plugging away here, but I don't know how I feel about this hook harness deal. Oh, that was a good bite. That was a big fish. I mean, the bait swims and looks amazing, but if you can't hook them, you're gonna have to do something about that. Oh my god, I just missed another one. That was a giant one too. Oh no, he came off too. What is going on? Looks like a big one. Let's see if I can hook him. Oh my god. Oh, feels like a waste of time fishing it. So we're going to try to rig this up in a more traditional manner. We are going to have to lose the stinger hook, but I don't care. We got to test something out, because I've missed too many big fish. Like, there have been some big ones that have eaten this. Okay, it's not pretty at all, and I can definitely clean this up, which I will, but on the fly, this is what I came up with. So I took one of the other hooks off of another 10-inch, and I took the hardware, so split ring, swivel, split ring, and then I just pinched the hook keeper on the original bait. So it's gonna look like this. This is obviously real ugly. Like, I would clean this up. You might even do it with braid or some form of rope or something if I continue to do this. But this little hanger is holding that split ring, and it's holding pretty good, but we'll see. I have to test this. I don't know how this is going to affect the swim. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but got to try something different. It's just too many misses for that. All right, so it still swims pretty decent, removing that stinger hook and chopping it. Adding weight to the nose with that second swivel and removing that weight, or sorry, that stinger hook on the back, even though it's light, definitely throws off the balance of the bait a little bit. So it sits more nose down, sinks just a little bit faster. Right now it's sinking like 8 feet per 10 seconds. But again, we're just modifying this thing on the fly to see if we can actually hook one. Definitely going to play around with something, whether it's adding another one of these screw lock deals to the back so you can just hang another set of like a small treble back there maybe. I'd like to try to get that weight evenly distributed, or how it was distributed before, because I'll be honest, this bait stock glides very, very well. Like I am actually really surprised with how well it glides and how good it looks. Got him. Yeah. Frickin' worked, boys. Good. Little 2.5, 2 3/4 pounder on the 8-inch Berkley Chopblock with the SB mod, we'll say. First bite that I've had on it too. Feels good. That was the first actual bite that I've had since I switched this thing up a little bit. All right, one more spot. All right, my friends, I'm heading home, and let's see, final thoughts on my first time fishing the Chopblock. For the price, it's a decent bait. I really like the profile. I really like the glide. You can chop it, you can glide it pretty wide, at least the 8 and the 10-inch. You have plenty of colors to choose from, and overall, like, the maneuverability of the bait is great. It skips really well, it casts really easily, but my biggest turn off on this bait is the harness system, and that could just be for me. I missed 10 fish on that setup. And I don't know if I was doing something wrong, which I very well could have been, but I am going to go home and try to figure out a way to hang 2 hooks on the bait. I'm going to take one of the original Chopblocks and figure out the weighting of it and try to make it as similar to that as I can, because when it's weighted the way it comes from Berkley, it does glide incredibly well, but the hookup is just really not there. So I'm going home. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Also leave a comment down below with any suggestions that you think could help make the hookup ratio and the hook setup better on this thing. But I'm going to get back out here first thing in the morning and hopefully spend the majority of the day out here trying to get some of these glide bites. I think it's going to be really, really good tomorrow. See you guys.